Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Chris, who wanted the EyeZack decorated as, a specific advertising prop with from an office supply company that is a big red button that says "Easy" on top. There's no decal on Gundam Battle Operation 2 that says "Easy," so this EyeZack is the EFSF button for the record. So, which I think it was actually operated by Neo Zeon or Republic of Zeon. I'm not sure which in Double Zeta, but it's been a long time since I watched Double Zeta. But yeah, EyeZack is of course still a support with a wide sensor ping that can also then pinpoint individual mobile suits and give their team a damage bonus against them, not to mention identifying them and, showing their position. It is ridiculously good at thwarting stealth raids. The Gundam Pixie has kind of become, borderline unusable at times, depending on, the presence of EyeZacks or not. So, yeah, EyeZack's pretty good. I'm running the machine gun instead of the beam rifle, because I'm mostly here to, my thought is I'm mostly here to, impart debuffs, and there's a good shot of the button, to impart debuffs and, pile on damage rather than generate stuns. So, I'm going to be trying to mark things, trying to use my grenades, trying to, do all that good stuff. But hopefully I will at least be useful. We'll see how this comes out. But, yeah. So, man, sorry, just brain is a little bit off, because just yesterday was about 2 weeks of weirdness all stuck together. I may talk about it in detail eventually, but short version is my next door neighbor, who has lived next to us all my life, was found several days gone in his house on Monday. So we weren't exactly friends, but that's still just a weird one. And some of the other things we found out about him since have just gotten weirder. So it's been an interesting experience. But yeah, so, and, just, that was just one of a series of ups and downs on Monday that was just a real roller coaster. So, yeah, I'm still trying to, achieve decent, competent braining after that, but also, as you know, the show must go on. I've missed, maybe one day since I started doing GBO2, and that was because my power was out and my mom wound up in the hospital. I did not, thanks to my brother and Maelstrom and a bunch of other people, did not miss a day even when I was hospitalized. So that is, I should probably not take a ridiculous pride in, overworking myself, but it is, it's something I'm happy I've been able to keep up. But, 4.5 minutes left, 5225 to 3800. They've got a high-speed Dom, which of course has the big knockdown glaive and just hits really hard with it. Not to mention it has a flash that can stop you before it reaches you, and a bazooka that can also do that. So yeah, it's got a lot of ways to make a support's life miserable. What I can do is I can mark it and hope my teammates run it down. That's not always going to work, but it's it's something. And let's see, caught think that's a Hazel Custom in the marker, with the marker. And yeah, I get the damage bonus too. As you can see, the machine gun does a lot of good damage. It does 243 damage to a marked general, so that is pretty good for something with that high a rate of fire. Now, landing enough shots to make that a really impressive thing, that's a little bit harder, but right now I'm managing to pile on damage enough that this person felt compelled to tackle out of the range of my gun. Which, joke is on them, because I also had grenades and I ran out of ammo just as they tackled. So, we got them. We have managed to pull way ahead now, 8450 to 4475. got 3 minutes left, and yeah, so far so good. I have not run EyeZack in a long time. It's one of those things of once I get a good round with something, I move on to the next one, and stuff just sits for a while unless I get a request for it. And EyeZack, I haven't gotten a lot of requests prior lately, and also I have some friends that really do love some EyeZack play. So if I'm gonna run it, I'm gonna probably end up running it from somebody else. So just one of those things. Just it's my in terms of just general gameplay. I know there are places where I fall down and I make bad decisions, but it's also just there's like hundreds of mobile suits in this game, and I am not going to be good at all of them. If anybody is, I salute them. I know players who I think whose general baseline skill level is higher than mine, certainly. So, but yeah, it's keeping up on everything really kind of hard. But as you can see, the enemy team has managed to catch up pretty well here. Got 8975 to 8000. They flat out wiped us. There's no other way to put it. Our Kapool has decided to jump back in. Number 5 is going with them. 5 more seconds for number 4 to be ready, and then we can all go together, hopefully. I'm going to go a little early, so if things are approaching us, I can mark them. But there's a possibility with 90 seconds left they're going to just go ahead and retreat early, which doesn't look like it. Looks like they're going to try and just, just mostly stick together. They've got a group of 2 and a group of 3. Well, luckily, we have allocated our units in the same numbers. Also, we had the hit point advantage since we had just spawned in fresh. So right now, number 1 and I are trying to take them out. I'm working on the support there. They were working on the general. Now we're working on the support together. And why I decided to walk away from that like a genius, I'm not sure. I think I wanted to turn and mark somebody for the other team, but yeah, I need to stay on this, especially since number 1 is, yeah, I forgot, they're not a general. They're Black Riders. That's a raid. So yeah, fighting support was the smart move for them. I don't know why I thought they were a general. Like I said, brain is just still not. But yeah, as you can see, we've now won a wipe, so we are ahead. And yeah, that person, I'm pretty sure, spawned in, saw they were totally surrounded by enemies with no allies to back them up, and just kind of let it go. Because, I've seen that before. There's been a couple of rounds when I've been frustrated and tired enough, I've done a little bit of that before. Most of the time I will try and fight my way out of a bad situation, even though I know it won't work, but sometimes you're just done. And that guy was just done. So, but we won it. I did not make the board because, for one thing, our Kapool was just absolutely tearing up. 2 kills, 3 deaths, 62,000 damage. So, that wasn't exactly easy, but it was okay. So that's going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I also discovered recently that I had a bunch of outstanding requests that had not made my list. So if you have a request from me and you haven't seen it and you haven't heard from me about it, if I never responded or anything, please get in touch with me through Patreon so I know, so I know you're a patron and I keep the list, up to date and accurate. But yeah, if you're waiting on something from me, please make sure I know about it, because I'm slow with these sometimes, but I promise you I am not intentionally ignoring anybody. So please, just let me know if I'm missing something.